Hello and welcome back to Beautiful Enigmas. I'm your host, Quillen Morgan, and welcome to the channel. Unfortunately, legit, there was a technical error that I have to record again, but we're just gonna go ahead and continuously to move forward, do it again, regardless of anything. So I'm not gonna exactly try to have me hold me back on that one or legit spiral into frustration, anger. It's frustrating, yes, but again, technical difficulties is going to happen regardless of anything. But in the previous video, I basically was talking about before things didn't exactly go through. Basically, talk about I indeed hope that your day is going good. I hope your weekend is going fantastic. Or I hope that you're trying the best as you can, trying to unwind, unburden yourself from all the negative stress and energy you have to deal with that makes you feel overwhelmed. Finally, to unhinge your shoulder and just so I hope your Friday is going good, or if anything, trying to get better slowly by slowly, especially since it's the evening shift, or if anything, most category people have like between either morning shifts or late night shifts. So you probably just either get a chance to go home, or unfortunately, you probably have to wake up and get a chance to get ready before you head into your night shift. But regardless of anything, I hope that your day is doing well. I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope that you're trying to be patient with yourself regardless of anything and try to go ahead and be patient with yourself and continuously to just try the best as you can. Don't exactly have to force yourself. Just try as much as your body or energy is able to do. But if anything, legit, I was also previously talking about the fact that between depression and seasonal depression, like, I'm fine, but it's more towards like the fact that I'm just mostly fatigued and exhausted from doing a exercise yesterday, so my legs are very much sore and stiff. But I got a chance to go outside and I got a chance to sit by the water and get a chance to hear the beach waves and get a chance to hear between ducks and seagulls. So it was worth it, especially get a chance to see between flowers coming into bloom, like a lot of pink tulips, a lot of red tulips, a lot of yellow tulips. Get a chance to hear more birds chirping. So it was nice. It was pretty much good. Won't exactly say I'm treating it like a whole fairy tale thingy, but it's just more towards when certain things remove from your mind and energy, you're able to enjoy the beauty that is around you instead of either being cling to your phone or just continuously to be in a mental fog or continuously to look down at the pavement. When you finally look up, you be like, oh yeah, I forgot how beautiful life still is. So it's mostly give you that type of energy. Especially since I got a chance to see a lot of ducks flow past over my head, so that was definitely lovely. Get a chance to take a nap and listen to the crashing sounds of the waves hitting the sand. So, and get a chance to enjoy the smell of the water, the cool breeze, getting a chance to sit in the shade and just like relax and just felt very unwind and undone. Especially again between the fact that like my depression and season depression not exactly as a high that it was in the past. Especially since I've changed within myself and worked on so much things within and without that, it doesn't exactly feel heavy. You will have moments here and there, but it doesn't feel heavy like it was before. And that's definitely one thing The only time legit it feels like that is mostly between something personal is going on with my life, or between me and just like overthinking or feeling very much overwhelmed within my own head and thoughts. So that's basically what that was. And then getting a chance to go outside definitely helped that. But it's also the fact that mostly between talking about me just trying as much as possible and not exactly faking my emotions, because again, on this channel, nothing's being fake. Everything's open, real, and exposed. So legit, we try to be more truthful here. So again, I'm indeed jaded, but I'm able to actually have emotions and actually able to smile and laugh. But again, you don't exactly have to continuously to force yourself to do it just because either between society or people just assume that you're just nothing but a negative Nancy, and that's not exactly the case. But that's basically what I was previously talking about, but that was again before the whole technical error. But it's also more the fact that legit looking back between certain emotions that I'm overcoming or dealing with, especially since I wrote a poem and basically described the fact how writing has always indeed been like a positive outlook for me, or something to be able to transform whatever energy or thought I'm going through from anything spiral inward, just to go ahead and turn into more of a whole release mechanism in a more of a positive way. But between circumstances and life, you basically either ignore it or just forget about it and just continuously to push it to the side. And again, recently I have slowly but rediscovered it, and I always remember that I did enjoy it and I was always good at it. But it just mostly took me either changing between within mentally and spiritually to able to come back to myself and remember certain things I used to enjoy or certain things I used to did. So definitely with that. But definitely talking about on to other things. But previously, when I said the fact how I mostly just sit with all the negative energy and the negative thoughts inside my head, I mostly turn it into a outlook to write whatever makeshift of a poem this is. So again, I might end up having a tear fall again, or we'll shall see as I'll read it again. But here we go. I always wonder or ask what's wrong with me. Is it my fault for being born? Is it my fault that I don't operate like everyone else? Why do people hate me? Did I do something wrong? Was it the way I had to think or speak? Was it because I was too naive? Was it because I was too sensitive, too trustworthy? Was it because how I speak? Was it because I act or speak too much? Don't speak enough or don't speak at all? Those were the things that haunted me for so long. Hating myself. Hating myself the same way people didn't like me for who I was. Being hated for being hated or turned away for being myself. Trying not to take up space, or trying to be invisible, or shrink myself, or feeling like I should just disappear. Wishing I could disappear, never to be seen again, never to be heard from again. Nobody understands the quiet pain of one's own self hatred. due to a person let alone from society as well. Nobody to understand or see the truth, the pain, the ache, or the mental exhaustion one faces themselves every time they look at the mirror. Nobody understands what harsh words one says to themselves every time they see the reflection looking back. The cold words, the cold words I always told myself, what's the purpose of trying? Nobody cares if you still exist. You're nothing but an excuse of a human being. You're nothing but a sensitive, naive person that has always had people use you and toss you away. You continuously to let people play in your face and you just let it happen over and over again. It's no wonder people don't like you. You never have anything or deserve anything because someone like you don't deserve anything. And those are the silent words I always heard inside my own head, and the cold, silent, unspoken words that I always sense from people. Either they say it to my face, or I could read it from what they were thinking or what they didn't say. I could sense every energy of a single person, from it being from a family member, or a teacher, or the false hope of someone being called a friend, or someone pretending to be someone I can actually rely on, someone to actually trust. But once the truth is seen and looking back at everything, certain things and circumstances were out of my control. People will still choose how they will perceive you, mistreat you, judge you, break your trust over and over again. Not because something is wrong with you, but because they would rather not see you completely. As you are getting to know who you are at the core. I mean, they would rather not see you completely as who you are, or getting to know who you are at the core, or willing to have shrink yourself, to have you change everything about you before you ever get a chance to discover yourself, putting you into a mental prison, clawing your way out that takes so long to remove the rope, the chains, and the ink from your own mental prison, from the weight of it all, the pain, the rage, the hurt. They will shrink you down because they believe your own going. Believe your own doing is to be like everything and just waste away. Wait a minute, I messed up. So your own mental prison from the weight of it all, the pain, the rage, the hurt. They will shrink you down because they believe you're going to be like everything else and just waste away. That always been the struggle within myself. I could say that yes, they were right, or they could have been right, that I could have considered myself less than anything else, deserve little to nothing at all, but me still being here and able to let go of the pain, able to discover myself, and able to learn so much more about myself. I'm able to see just who I am without the pain, without the fog holding me down. I'm able to break free from the negative words of people of my past and within my own self. Able to break free from the false hope I once had for certain people. Able to see there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine just the way I am. I'm worthy of so much more. I'm worthy to be myself and take up much space as I want. There's nothing wrong with me the way I think or feel, or let alone speak. I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly normal. I am a perfectly human being. I learned to see that I'm perfectly okay as who I am. I'm able to remove all the chains little by little to see the fog within finally clearing away. Able to stand in the sun and able to enjoy the bright days that shine upon me. Able to enjoy the warmth as I learn to be myself within, with no shame or regret. able to know that it takes time to heal and remove what was holding me back, and to get rid of the monk from within that basically took so much space in my mind. I deserve so much more. I'm capable for so much more. I'm worthy of so much more. And able to see that I'm worthy to be alive, and able to uncover within myself and outside myself as well as I overcome the many obstacles that it is within me. But that's basically the outlook. Again, legit, I already know that I pretty much butcher some things or definitely had a hard time reading my own handwriting. But again, literally, that's the thing. I'm giving myself permission to enjoy the imperfection and getting a chance to enjoy the positive outlook of release that I basically enjoy. So I'm just basically enjoying to be myself and don't exactly have to be feeling bad that I don't exactly act the same way, speak the same way, talk the same way, think the same way. Especially when you don't exactly have that much support or backup, it does make you just feel self hatred or stuck within your own self. Especially if you never exactly get any good support from anybody around you, and that takes a toll. And trust me, I definitely have taken a toll, especially since I am not going to exactly shy away the fact that between my upbringing, never had that much support. So, have a mother who's bipolar, emotionally unavailable. Basically, have family that enjoys coming in and out of my life only if they needed something. Excuse me. Or rather come in when they need something and be finally gone once they finally got it. And the same thing can be said for friends who basically rather go ahead and use you as an extra, or if anything, as a stand in when they're basically bored for their own entertainment and don't exactly care about your own existence. So it sucks, yeah. But when you slowly start to see the reality and the cold truth from it, and you never been raised between anything of false illusion, when you're able to finally reflect and look back and actually see the fact that, yeah, you're basically was surrounded by people that didn't exactly have your best good, surrounded by people that didn't exactly care, or if anything, you're basically was just raised or born to certain things that wasn't exactly your control because you didn't exactly ask to be here. You didn't exactly ask to be put on this earth, but here you are, alive, breathing, and just trying to coexist like everybody else. It's a struggle, yes, but indeed will continuously to put a struggle occasionally, especially when you think about your childhood and you think about your past, or when you also think about certain things of your young adulthood, or just looking back from the last 3 years of your life. Because nothing is linear. 'Cause especially when you have to travel or look back on certain things and rediscover things, it just definitely gives you more of a different chance or a different outlook to look on certain things, let alone life. And I am indeed trying to look at the different outlook and circumstances on life, especially since I'm giving myself more. a chance to experience life and experience chance to be happy. It doesn't exactly have to be extremely bright wide happy, but just be able to experience what I want as I'm 30 going on 31, etc., etc. So I'm basically just giving myself a chance to relearn within myself and between life. Like again, between like the adult anime limited series, Carol and the End of the World, but probably talk about that in a deep dive in a whole different video. Probably do a whole deep dive for like episode throughout each episodes. So definitely do that. Let me see how many episodes there is for Carol and the End of the World. So 10 episodes. Probably legit do 10 deep dive episodes for each one individually. So definitely do that. But for now, I'm mostly just trying to relearn and discover what I want to do, what I want to enjoy. Especially since I am indeed intrigued between how my future is going to look. And I'm definitely want to see how much unfolds as I continuously to get older, hopefully more wiser. But again, legit, even a wise person will make mistakes. So again, you're only human. But I'm definitely intrigued to see how life goes as I move forward. Hopefully, to see how my life unfolds and progress. Because regardless of anything, I'm going to still upload videos. Because people probably will never discover my videos, but as long as I continuously to upload and continuously to show up myself and continuously just be myself, that's already enough as it is, and continuously to do more as I continuously to just show up, record, and grow, and continuously to do multiple things. Like everything is not exactly linear. Probably eventually have to introduce between the art that I have indeed done, but again, literally on progression. But But again, I'm not going to exactly deny that. Yes, I am indeed nervous to see how things unfold, but life is an adventure, and I'm definitely ready to see how it goes. Because unfortunately, I was afraid that legit between certain things about my life that I probably just never get a chance to actually achieve anything, but looking back in the years and a half that happened between losing a shitty job, between a shitty company, and people being removed from my life basically shows the fact that things have gotten better. It just still will continuously to move and progress, and I'll eventually catch up, or if anything, parts of myself will catch up to a point that I am. But again, legit, I already know the fact that life is non-linear and your path is non-linear as well. So you definitely gonna go with some ups and downs, or definitely figure out where life's gonna take you. And then that enough, there was a video that basically helped, and I basically agree with the same way. So here we go. Let's say you're in your early 20s. Maybe you've just finished university and it's time to make a decision about what you want to do for the rest of your life. Maybe you go this way and pursue art by training as a junior in something or other and slowly climbing the ranks. Or maybe that sounds too risky and you can go this way and pursue something more safe. Maybe you have 50 things you can do and it's really hard to choose because what if you chose wrong? You're stuck on that path you chose forever.
oneself, and before you know it, you're once again facing another big decision. And what that means is that if you have a goal, there's not just one way to get there. There's an endless number of ways, and it can be pretty impossible to know them all. And I find that rather comforting. This first decision feels monumental, but it's not. There's going to be a lot more chances to take a new approach and make progress in any direction you like, forever. Life is an adventure after all, and what fun would the journey be if you knew the plot right from the start? Let's say you're in your
Which I basically agree. And again, legit, between the spiritual journey, what I've went through after losing so much, and learning and regaining, like, yeah, life is definitely not exactly linear and bad enough. Also looking back at my past, those moments weren't exactly linear as well. It really wasn't. Definitely do more of a whole deep dive with that as well. But it just basically show the fact that, yeah, my life is going to have some ups and downs, and again, probably nobody's gonna probably look at these videos, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to continuously to upload, continuously to record, and continuously to show up as myself. So again, people might not resonate with it. That's perfectly fine because I'm not exactly trying to please to anybody. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to feel bad for being myself, speaking between my thoughts that I want to express, feeling how I want to feel, and able to think, express, just basically let my brain just go ahead and let it be the weird spectrum that it is. Like, my brain is indeed weird. I can't fucking hide it. It's who I am. Like, I have a weird brain. My ideas and topics are indeed different and weird. And I basically have to allow myself to be okay, because regardless of anything, I can't change myself because people will not either agree with me, like me, or actually stand me. Regardless of anything, people won't exactly like you for just being you. So guess what? Just live as yourself. And if I get a chance to hear those words when I was basically younger, it would did so much effort. But again, when you're surrounded by certain things at a young age, nobody's not gonna exactly give you the proper advice that you need. But as I'm 30, getting older, I'm giving myself that proper advice and continuously to listen to inspirational videos that literally just help the fact that it's like it's okay that some things do take time. Some things will literally move slower than others. Some things are indeed like a race between the tortoise and the hare. Some things will indeed be like that. Some things will indeed need a perfect moment. Some will not. It just mostly depends on the momentum, where how you feel and where life is going to take you. Life is very much a very tricky thing, so you'll never know what's going to take you. I'm not going to exactly do a Forrest Gump joke. That's below me. I'm not doing it. But life is indeed like a roller coaster. I will say that. Life is indeed like a roller coaster. You're just going to go through some ups and downs, some loop de loops, but eventually you'll end up being at the different start, or finally getting a chance to reach the end of whatever you would finally accomplish and achieve. At the point, it's literally like a giant scare. You don't exactly know what's going on. You're just screaming on your top of your lungs until you finally reach the destination. Then you're like, oh, okay, now it's just like calm and easy sailing. But again, definitely talk about more of that in another video. But if anything, I am going to go ahead and leave you off for now. But also the fact that before I leave, try out one of my different outros that I have. Especially since, again, try to switch it up occasionally. But let's see if I can find it. Here we go. So the first one. Continuously being your bizarre self with no apologies, because in the end, we're only human, and never forget that. So just try to give yourself as much patience and care, regardless of whatever is weighing you down. Because again, legit, we're all going to go through some ups and downs of life, and it just mostly give yourself patience and grace just to finally breathe and exhale and continuously to leave certain things in the past and just move forward regardless of anything. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next